Hey there, my dearest Virgos. Y'all came in number 6. Y'all had one more view than Pisces, so congratulations. Just remember, if you want to continue to see the mid-months, make sure to continue to like the videos, engage, so that way I know that you're watching. Today we're going to be doing a soul connection reading for the month of April for your sign. We're going to look at your side, their side, the connective energies, blockages, things like that. So let's begin. Show me Virgo in this connection, please. Oh, okay. Let me light some incense real quick. I usually don't do this, but, well, in my lives I do, but not during videos. I do feel that's your energy, though, so let me clear the energy real fast. Alright, show me Virgo. Alright. Okay, now let's look at how they feel about this connection, or where are they at. Okay. And only take what resonates for you and leave the rest. This one looks like it's going to be very interesting energy, to say the least. Okay. Okay. Your energy came out as the Eight of Pentacles and the Devil. There could be things in your life that you're like overly doing, or you could be, how do I say it, like procrastinating what you need to do because you're obsessing about something that doesn't matter. And maybe the best thing you can do right now is figure out why you feel the need to like distract yourself or like procrastinate on things you know you need to do. Especially because your person is in the Hangman energy. You could be dealing with a Pisces or Capricorn. But I feel that right now everything's on hold with them. They're like, I'm not moving my thoughts, my feelings, whatever. And that could be why you're like in kind of an obsessive energy of like distraction. I feel very distracted energy. Now, the connected energy, the thing you two agree on is that there's love here. It's slow to come though. Like, I can tell that this has been a long journey for the Virgo that I'm reading for. The love still remains between the two of you, but there's something in between you that's on hold. I don't know if it's like somebody's not wanting to commit, or they're holding off or pulling back, and that's what's throwing you in this like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And instead of focusing on what you need to do, you're, like, you could be spending money, or you could be doing things out of like spite or revenge or whatever that devil is to you. Not going to work, not doing the things you're supposed to do because you're so focused on this person and why they're not showing up. So it's something like that can cause a blockage. Now, you could also be working on your fears or things that have happened. With the Eight of Pentacles and the Devil, you could be trying to overcome certain toxic ways that you have. And the thing, surrendering the situation. Give up the expectations. If they're gone, they're gone. Just let it go, because that will set you free from this bondage, because the devil represents bondage. So you're in the state of surrender, which is great, and I like to see that on top of the devil, especially because I forgot to clarify. So let me get through the second row and I'll clarify the tarot though. Surrendering will set you free. It's going to make you feel a lot lighter. You're not going to feel the need to. Okay. Now, they could have grown up in a toxic environment, or part of their family was toxic. And so their patterns are, a little different than yours. Maybe you didn't grow up in a karmic family. So you don't necessarily understand why they pull back, but it does look like they're in the energy of forgiveness. Like they want you to forgive them. Like they're going to come in asking for forgiveness because they're recognizing that the patterns that they've had have been set in place by somebody that was toxic, or situations that were toxic, and they're trying to overcome it. And with the Hangman, it's like they're getting uncomfortable in order to do that, trying to see it from a different perspective. Okay. Okay. There's some like karmic cycle to do with like being the victim. Like maybe they play the victim or you play the victim. Instead of just taking accountability for their actions, instead they make it all about them instead of looking from both sides. It's just a cycle, though. It says like it will fade out over time. It's just the things have to be healed first. Now let me go back and clarify the tarot. This is the first one I did that with, but okay. This is very surrendering type of energy. I've got the Temperance, Judgment, and Ace of Wands. It's basically like you're like, if we'll come back together, we will. If things will align, they will. It's very patient energy. It's like, I know they're going to come back around, or I know that the situation's going to turn around. The more I heal, the more they'll heal. It's bringing balance in between the two of you, which is creating like a new opportunity, a passionate new beginning. But you're sitting back and you're like, I'm patient. I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. I'm just giving it up, and I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do until this happens. Now let's see their energy. Okay. They're sitting back because for the longest time they always felt like their happiness came from outside of them. Seven of Cups. They have many options, but none of them ever like did it for them, you know, and it could have been because of a karmic situation where they invested so much and got hurt, and then they just never got that same feeling back. And if you get used to toxicity, you feel like it's a high, and that if you don't have that feeling, then it's not right. So if you're not offering them toxicity, then they're like, what is this, like, that doesn't excite me kind of energy. And they felt alone a lot, and that's because they were pushing away the things that were good, choosing the wrong cups. But right now, because they're in the Hangman, it's showing like the Nine of Cups. They're looking for love for themselves, because for the longest time I think they didn't love themselves, so they acted out of a place of insecurity, and now they're embracing that, which is setting them free as well. So you're surrendering, which is reflecting on them, making them look at like, why was I choosing toxicity? Why did I always have to look outside of myself for things? Because it always just made me feel alone and lost. And so they're embracing their love for self right now. These cards are talking way too much. Okay, so the connective okay, yeah, the connective energy, I've got the Devil again. I think at one time they didn't see the connection, or you didn't even see it, because there was this toxic attachment style. Like you could have been codependent, they could have been the runner, that type of thing. And neither one of you, well, you may have seen it more than them, but it's a true connection that can bring something solid. But we have to find that love for self and become secure financially and good with us first. So what I'm seeing is like overcoming the toxicity between both of you is going to lead y'all closer to that end goal of becoming like the Ten of Pentacles or the Ten of Cups. It's a golden opportunity in the near future, I see. So I wouldn't worry. The Hangman doesn't stay up in that tree forever, and it's just until they figure it out, right? But it's good to go there every now and again, especially if you're dealing with the Pisces, because Pisces have a tendency, when they get frustrated or overwhelmed or don't understand something, they pull back and try to look at things from both perspectives, trying to find out what they did within themselves, even if they don't tell you anything. And they look kind of crazy sometimes when they do it, but hey, that's the way Pisces work. Okay, this one is the Cosmic Contracts, the ties that bind. It'll tell you why the two of you came together in this lifetime. What lessons are you teaching each other? And we have boundaries. I will help you in taking a stand. And the way that they do this is by acting up. Making you go through it so many times that finally you're like, I've had enough. I'm not doing this anymore. You're not giving me what it is that I want or need. So I'm going to have to set a boundary. Like, don't do that to me. And then I've got ghosting. It says, I have a big fear of facing you. So there could be things that they don't want to face. They don't want to see the light, or they haven't in the past. Then it says counterpart, I will teach you the deepest parts of you, or I will touch the deepest parts of you. And I think that's mutual, like I said, with that, you know, you touch each other so deep that it can be unfamiliar for people that don't know what love is, you know. So it's hard to recognize. If you're used to toxicity, you're used to that adrenaline rush of the high highs and the low lows, almost bipolars. So when something stable and secure comes in, you're like, what do I do with this? I'm used to that really high high, you know, and this is a more grounded connection, which is good. Now, what haunts them about this connection? Sorry. I had to get the name down for your reading. Okay, so this one says, sorry. I run away when things are good. Like I said, they have that tendency to run from their feelings and their emotions. That could be why they're asking for forgiveness. This one says, haunting. I tried to wash you away, but you just won't leave. And I know that feeling because I've been numb. I've had my heart hardened. I've had problems letting people love me in the past. And it's a hard thing. Like, when you actually finally open that heart space back up, it's like, or somebody touches your heart and you haven't felt that in so long, it's like you try to get rid of it. And I always say it's like the wet dog, because dogs cannot stand to be wet. They shake and shake and shake and go on the ground and all that kind of stuff. It's almost like that. They tried, but you're still there, right? They're never going to get dry again. You make them wet. With emotion, you know, water, motion. Okay. So the connective energies, I have breaking point. So they could have come to a breaking point, or you could have come to a breaking point where you had to set boundaries, or they came to the breaking point where they had to open the heart again. They were distracted. It says they sabotaged, but there is change, and they created some kind of delay with the hangman because of ego, stubbornness, arrogance, and then past life, deja vu, respected patterns, or repeated patterns, karmic lessons. So I do feel that if you believe in that, you've had many past lives together for sure. Which is, I think you two are trying to clear out the karma from those past lives, which caused things to be a little rocky and turbulent. I'm going to pull some heart cards and some other oracles real quick. Let's see. Okay, so the first card to come out says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So like I said, you could have become codependent where you always wanted to be on around this person, and this person pulled back because it was too good. But it says transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers all and transforms all things. So stay patient, stay prayed up, stay hopeful. Okay, I'm gonna see if there's any other messages regarding like blockages or things that need to be worked on. That one has come out a lot. That one too. So weird. Okay. So the first one says struggle. You feel like you aren't being supported. It's not a team effort. It's best to stand alone. And so, like I said, it's teaching you both to stand alone and to love yourself. I've got tangled, unable to free yourself from a sticky situation. Taking a step back helps you see clearly. And that could be because they couldn't shake that feeling of you and they didn't understand it. So they had to like turn upside down and figure it out. And now they're reaching for you, or reaching for the truth, trying to find what's out of reach, you know, like you or the questions that they've been asking themselves. Okay. Let's see. Spirit messages. Okay, we've got longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you. So I do feel they're longing for you. They're reaching for you. Like I said, mastery, you've learned the spiritual lesson. So you got it. You're sitting back. You're waiting for things to happen. You're being patient. You're not pushing. And they're kind of following your lead here. I do see that. This song might resonate for somebody in this collective because I'm distracted. It's by Jimmy Allen and Noah Cyrus. It's called This Is Us. It's a good song if you want to check it out. Alright, so the hidden truth. What would they say to you if they could? Or had the nerve to? It says, I don't want to know. And maybe they think you're with somebody else or something like that. Maybe they don't want to know the secrets. They feel like you're hiding something. It says, I do love you. I want to start over. I don't know how you feel. And I miss hearing your voice. So I do feel there will be contact. And I kind of feel there might be back and forth contact a little bit. But it's just not where you wanted to be. Now I'm going to pull some charms to end it off, but it looks really good, Virgos. It looks like you've done the work for sure. Now, it's just time to wait and let it unfold, right? Okay, we've got the key, so you both have the key to each other's heart. And then I've got the little Cinderella pumpkin carriage, so Disney can be important, or Cinderella could mean something. And I've got a horse, so I definitely feel like they're moving towards you. There is movement here. And it's divinely protected with the angels as well. Temperance, you got the angels surrounding this connection. And I'm sorry these are so loud, but... Alright, we've got the letter J, the letter M, the letter I, R, M, N, X, and F. Doesn't spell anything, but it could be the initials of your person or somebody connected to you. So I want to thank you again for being one of the top 6, for always supporting me, showing the love. I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.